Okay, we are being asked to prove by induction that this statement is true, that 4 plus 36 plus 100 plus dot 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 plus 4n minus 2 squared does equal 4n times 4n squared minus 1 over 3. The first step is we want to prove the base case, that is when n equals 1. So we just want to plug in a 1 every time you see an n. Alright, this is what that looks like. I didn't write the beginning of the sequence because we're just going to focus on this right now. When you plug in 1 every time you see an n, that simplifies down to this, which gets further simplified down to this, 4 equals 4. So this proves that 1 is a solution to this. That makes the statement true. Now we want to do the induction, and if we assume that n equals 1 is true, then we assume that n equals k is true. So we plug in a k every time we see an n. And then if we assume that n equals k is true, we assume that n equals k plus 1 is true. So now we just plug in k plus 1 every time we see an n. So this is what the equation looks like that when you plug in k plus 1. Now if you notice that this sequence up to this point we proved in the last slide equals this equation. So we can replace all of this with this equation. And so on the left side we now have 4k times 4k squared minus 1 over 3 plus 4 times k plus 1 minus 2 squared equals all of that. On the left side, before we add these two, we can multiply this by 3 over 3 to get a common denominator. So that's what that looks like once we do that. And so now we have our equation that we're going to prove is equal, even though it doesn't look like it right now. First I'm going to multiply both sides by 3 to get rid of the denominator. And that leaves us with all of this fun stuff. And now we can just distribute, take care of parentheses and exponents and combine like terms. Before I do that, I'm going to simplify this equation in this part on separate slides just to save some time and space. So this is on the right side, simplifies to 4k squared plus 8k plus 3, and on the left side we have 16k squared plus 16k plus 4. And those I plug in right here and right here. And then I can do some more distributing, the 3 among that equation and the 4k plus 4 all over that. And so now we're left with this. And now we just combine like terms. We have a negative 4k and a 48k on this side, and 12k and a 32k. All that simplifies down nicely, and we are left with this. We have 16k to the third plus 48k to the second plus 48k plus 12 equals the same exact thing. So that proves that equation is correct.